Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. It is 2 after 7, so let's go. Hey, I am so glad I get a chance to chat with everybody tonight. I love talking about the Alliance. It's one of my favorite things to talk about, mainly because I get to spend every day just living the life that the Alliance gives. It's crazy. It is crazy to me. I'm one of those people that, I grew up on free lunch at school. Can you relate? I grew up on hand-me-down clothes. Can you relate? That was me growing up. So the life I get to live, the stuff I get to do, it still blows my mind. It blows my mind that people want to hear what I have to say. I mean, that part still just makes me go, what? But I'm glad I get to chat with you about the Alliance. I know you're here because somebody invited you on and said, hey, check it out. I don't know what part of the dialogue you're already in, but I would highly encourage you, even after tonight, to continue that dialogue. I'm going to answer 5 basic questions for you. One, what is the Alliance? I'll try and give you the 10,000 foot view, so to speak. What's the lay of the land if you're looking at us from above? What does it look like? 2, I'm going to talk about what is the opportunity. And I'm really trying and answer 2 questions that most people have. A, is it big enough for me, right? Is it big enough for you? That's the question I want to answer. The second one is it going to last? If you've been in this world for more than a few minutes, you have seen somebody get into something at the wrong time. How does that work out? No bueno. How does it work out when you get in something at the right time? Magic, right? So is it the right time? Not only is it big enough for you, I mean, because like me and a lot of my friends have made millions and millions and millions of dollars doing this. And that's cool. But quite frankly, unless there's room for you, who cares? And so that's the second part of that I'm going to get to on the opportunity. Then I'm going to talk about how we do it. I'm going to show you some of the basic components that make up our system, the things that make this thing go. I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how the money works. And then lastly, I just want to introduce you to some of my friends. Here's the deal, right? I know that you can fake just about anything in business in America. Why? Well, because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a picture of somebody else's building and you look legit. Meanwhile, you're operating out of a gas station bathroom, right? And in the trunk of a car. And so I'll give you plenty of information. But what I'd say is, hold your judgment. If you got to go, I got to judge this thing and see if it's for real or not. Don't worry. I'll give you plenty of information. But when I introduce you to some of my friends, that's the magic piece to me. Because while you can fake a lot of things in business in America, you can't fake quality people getting results. You can't. If there's quality people getting results, well, by God, there's got to be something to it. And that at least makes it worth continuing the dialogue. But let's get started. What is the opportunity? I love talking to new people about the opportunity because new people, it's a common experience that makes somebody open to this. I promise you, tonight there will be no child in his bedroom looking out the window, having that very Disney moment going, if I keep my heart pure and I follow my dreams, I'll be a licensed insurance agent when I'm an adult. Not happening. We all end up in it on accident. But we end up here because maybe something's not working right. Maybe you feel frustrated financially. Have you ever felt so frustrated that you start with words, but you end up just making noises? You ever been there? Where you're just like, I'm so frustrated. Right? We've all been there. Maybe you feel held back. Maybe you just feel like, God, I just thought I'd be further along at this point. Or maybe you're like a lot of people right now who, because of what's going on with the coronavirus, you had a job and it's gone, and it may never come back. But here's the point. We're all at similar stations in life when we're a new person. And that was me 19 years ago. In fact, this April marks my 19th year here. 19 years ago, man, you would have met somebody that was disgusted, discouraged, disenfranchised, discombobulated. In fact, just make up a word and put dis in front of it. That's what I was feeling 19 years ago. I had gotten into the insurance business 2 years prior to that. But after 2 years being in the insurance business, I was ready to quit. I was just like, God, it's got to be something. In fact, here's how close I was to quitting. I was this close to taking a job that a friend of mine had lined up at a company that a friend of his worked for, and it would have had a little salary and a little benefit package and things like that. But God, just felt like giving in. And maybe you were raised like I was raised. My parents, very hardworking people, both had a job and a half their whole life. And what they always said was, you need to find a good job. I always kind of scratch my head and be like, yeah, but you got a 22-year head start on me. You ain't found one that you like yet. Does it make sense? And maybe that's what you're feeling too. Just going, God, I just haven't found my place. Well, after 2 years in financial services, I was ready to just quit and say, forget it. But I'm so glad I didn't, because I answered one more newspaper ad. And remember, this is 19 years ago when newspapers were a thing. For any of the really young folks watching, if you want to know what a newspaper is, go to your local museum. You can learn about how media used to be on paper. Movies, they used to be on a square. And you'd have to go to a place, a purveyor of square movies, to borrow a square movie, to watch it in your square movie player. It was wild times. It was the 90s, wild times. No, but that's where I was at. I answered a newspaper ad. That ad connected me to Andy Albright. And when I talked with Andy, it was just something different. It was just like everybody else I talked to sounded the same. It was like, rah, 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 rah. When I talked to Andy, I was like, there's something different here. And I at least, I got to try it. I can't not try it. I got to try it. And I'm so glad I did. My first full calendar year with Andy, I made $240,000 in commissions. About $150,000 of that was from policies I sold, in other words, products I sold to clients. And then the rest was what's called override commissions. And the way that works is, let's say I hire you, I teach you how to sell, you sell, you get to keep all your commissions. But on top of that, the big companies we work with, companies like Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, Allianz, big companies, multi-billion-dollar companies. What happens is you get to keep all your commission, but then they send me a little something extra for helping you get going. So when I say override, that's what I reference. Second year went to $680,000. Again, about $150,000 from product I sold. All the rest override. Third year, $1.2 million. Again, about $150,000 from products I sold. All the rest from helping people get started. And I've made millions and millions and millions and millions since. Now, why do I tell you that story? I tell you that story for one reason, just so that you understand how powerful the system is. I am not the magic. If I make it through the day with like less than 100 mistakes, I'm fired up. I am not the magic. But what the magic here is the system, the team, and the leadership. That's what makes this thing go. So what is the Alliance? We're in financial services. We are out to help Middle America. And it's two things in one. As you kind of get from my story, you can make a solid 6-figure income just selling products, helping people with products. 2, you can make a deep 6-figure, 7-figure and beyond income by building a sales team. Now, do you have to build a sales team? No. Do you have to sell? No. I think if you want to keep hanging out with us, you ought to do at least one of them. A lot of my friends are making some money. I'll make some too. But here's what we are. We're a whosoever doeth company, meaning you tell us what you want to get done. We'll tell you what you got to do to get there. Whether it's a little, whether it's a lot, we love it everywhere. I've got people that have been with me a long time that they do a little bit, either because they're retired or they've got other callings that they're passionate about, and they just do a little bit. And then I've got people like some of the people I'm introduced to tonight that they want to build a massive empire, and that's awesome. And we got them everywhere in between. So what is the Alliance? It's an opportunity for you to help middle American families with the financial products they need. And it's an opportunity for you to build a real business, build a business that can take your family places that you never would imagine. I mean, that's what happened with us. So what is the opportunity? The opportunity is massive. We're out to help middle America. Middle America is in a mess financially. Middle America was in a mess financially before the whole coronavirus thing hit. That's just been the tailspin's been because of the coronavirus, but middle America was already a mess before then. Now, when we think about it, take away the coronavirus right now. Even before then, what percentage of the families living within a 3-hour radius of your house, what percentage of those families were basically paycheck to paycheck before the coronavirus? Yeah, most of them, 80, 90, 95%. You know how it is around you. That's how it is all over the country. All over the country, people were paycheck to paycheck. Now, here's what's crazy. About 70% of middle America's got no life insurance. What happens when people have, they're basically paycheck to paycheck, they got no life insurance, and then something happens and they lose one of the income earners? What happens? What's an emotional upside down time in life becomes a financial disaster. And a financial disaster that has ongoing generational problems it creates. because it sets everybody back financially. And I don't have to beat that point to death. You've got stories, you know somebody that died and either had life insurance or didn't. If you don't, do a little digging. Ask some people around you. They'll tell you either just train wreck, disaster stories, or they'll tell you stories of how life insurance is a powerful thing. I've got them on both sides. That's part of what attracted me to this business. Was the ability to help families with a product that can help somebody help their loved ones after they're gone. It's a powerful, powerful thing. So middle America, financially struggling, no life insurance. But how big is this market? Well, all the big insurance companies we work with, all the big financial companies we work with, they all spend millions of dollars a year on market research. And all their market research says the same thing. It says, all y'all bring all your friends. We'll never get to everybody that needs what we got. And that's why even during this pandemic, when the rest of the world at large is just frozen, our numbers have continued to spike. Why? Because people need what we've got. And a crisis like this just reawakens that need. Most people know they need life insurance. In fact, if you just ask the people around you, hey, you probably need more life insurance. 6 out of 10 of them are going to say, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I need to. It's a massive, massive need. We'll never get to all of it. And that's just the life insurance side. On top of that, we help people plan for retirement. We help people preserve retirement. Oh man, I feel terrible. There's so many people out there right now that they had a 401k that they just had, they had all these big dreams and just, see, we prevent that from happening to people. Not only can we help them plan for retirement, we can help them actually retire. We help with other things like the health matching accounts that we have that help middle America with the unexpected medical expenses that just are not covered by health insurance. We help those 65 and over with their Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage policies. We do debt reduction. The whole thing is this: how can we help middle America get in a better place financially? That's what we do. So how massive is the marketplace? We'll never get to all of it. Bring all your friends. It's impossible. We'll never get to all of it. And middle America only continues to grow, and the need for what we have only continues to grow. Massive, massive marketplace. Now, that's the first key. Second key is what? You need companies with the products. We got that. Multi-billion-dollar companies already named a few of them. We work with, I don't know, between 15 to 20 of them. We partner with companies that want to partner with us, that will give us the opportunity to help clients with good products and products that we know will take care of them in times of need. So we've gotten to where we get kind of picky about who we partner with, but we've got a roster of about 15 to 20 of them that are multi-billion-dollar companies. They got the products that middle America needs. And here's the cool thing. We work with companies that get it. Maybe you've had a job before where at the job, they just didn't get it. How frustrating is that? Oh, dear Lord, how frustrating that is, right? You walk around all day just going, am I a little on crazy pills? How does nobody else around here get it? That's frustrating. We're not dealing with that. We work with companies that get it. So you take massive, massive marketplace, a marketplace it's physically impossible. The numbers are impossible. We can't get to everybody that needs what we got. Massive marketplace, multi-billion-dollar companies with the products they need and products that they know they need, by the way. Middle America knows they need more life insurance. They know they need these things. So they know they need it. We got the products with the companies that have it, and we work with companies that get it. I mean, here's what's crazy. Like we're all on a spectrum of maturity, but I'm still at an age in life where it just blows my mind when top executives from these multi-billion-dollar companies will give somebody like me a call on my cell phone or text back and forth with me, just seeing what else they can do to help. So the opportunity is huge. We need a lot of help. That's why we're talking to people. And especially right now, we have so many people. When you look at the marketplace and whoever invited you, they can send you articles that talk about the life insurance need, how people see it's like how people are just desperate to get life insurance now. So we've got massive urgency now. We've got a marketplace that's set up for us for the next 30, 40, 50 years that we can continue to help. That's going to continue to need our products. We'll never get to all of it. So massive, massive opportunity. Here's how crazy it is. You could go in the next couple of years, become $1 million income earner with us. and nobody will really notice. I mean, we'll notice. Well, we'll be giving you high fives and texts, and when we can hug again, we'll hug you too. Strange times, right? Yeah, we'll notice, but the rest of the insurance industry won't notice. The rest of financial services won't notice. Isn't that crazy? That you can have that big of a success and nobody will notice. Crazy. We'll notice. We'll be happy. We'll celebrate. We'll help you every step of the way. But here's how big the opportunity is. You becoming $1 million a year income earner with us would be just like you throwing a bucket of water into the ocean. That's how big it is. So how are we attacking it? I'm going to show you some key things, and I'm going to encourage you to get back with who invited you on this call, because they can give you even more tools and resources to help you get all the information that you need. Because here's what we want. I don't know where it's like where you are, but it is pollen season here in North Carolina. Excuse me. Here's what we want. We want you going home with answers. We don't want you going home with questions. So that's why I say, I'll give you as much information I can give you, but still I'm encouraging you. As soon as you get off this call, text whoever invited you on, call whoever invited you on, and they'll help get, in fact, I'm going to mention some of the resources that they'll help you get. One of the first things you should ask them for is our playbook. Our playbook is us on one sheet of paper. You ever had a job where you just wish for a little more clarity? Just be clear. What do you want me to do? Right? That's frustrating. Or you ever had a job where your employee manual, your handbook is this big? Dear Lord, I mean, you give me this many rules. I don't know about you, but I know what's going to happen with me. I'm going to stay in trouble. In fact, you might as well go ahead and fill out my termination paperwork, because that's the path we will trot, friend. I mean, that's too many rules, right? Both out of balance. Both frustrating. Here's the way we work. We have this thing called the playbook. One sheet of paper. It tells you exactly why we feel we exist as a company, what you need to do to behave, or how we're doing our best to behave, and eventually you'll need to try to. Let's say it that way. That's our core values. And then what you need to do to win, all on one sheet of paper. And here's how specific it is. Get my cell phone number. Whoever invited you on this call either has my cell phone number or knows somebody's got my cell phone number. By the way, we're the most transparent group of people you're ever going to meet. I don't know if you've ever been somewhere before where, the top people were the untouchables and you couldn't talk to them. Yeah, I'm just one of many people that Andy Albright has helped make millions and millions of dollars. You can call me, you can text me. Somebody's got my number. But here's what I want you to do. If you join us, grade yourself on that playbook after the first 30 days. If you objectively grade yourself 1 to 10 on all the items on the playbook, I'll predict your income for the next 12 months. Scary close. Why? Because that's how clear our playbook is. It's an internal document we have. They can share it with you. All right. Now, that's the first component. The next component, the 8 steps to success. This book is the DNA of the Alliance. If you just do this, this will get you to a 6-figure income. The 8 steps. Here's how crystal clear it is. Even people that don't do well with us will get that the 8 steps work. I'll give you an example. I was doing a training meeting when we do, and I'll explain that a little bit. We have all, especially once this thing passes, the coronavirus, once that passes, we'll have all kinds of boot camps all over the country. We do all kinds of training meetings like that. And after a training meeting I had a gentleman comes up to me and he's telling me his whole tale of woes. He's telling me how I don't know how tough it is out there, and you don't understand. And I was just like, whew. And I said, man, I'll make you a deal right here, right now. I'll put you on salary immediately that I'll pay out of my pocket. Now, here's the deal. If you go on salary, I get to keep your future commissions. And if you go on salary, it's going to be like a job. You got a job, you got to do certain things, keep getting that paycheck. That's exactly how it's going to work. Here's the things. You got to do the 8 steps. Here's exactly what he said back to me. He said, it was a bless his heart moment. He said, well, if I do all 8 steps, you're going to make a lot of money on the commissions. And I was just like, oh, I know you said it. Please tell me you heard it. Please tell me you heard it. That even though he didn't get it, he got it. Does it make sense? He was just fighting it for whatever reason, didn't want to do it for whatever reason. But that's how crystal clear the 8 steps are. If you just do them, it'll work. Now you take that and you put that with our Millionaire Maker Manual. Now, admittedly, Millionaire Maker Manual is hard to say a bunch of times in a row. So a lot of times you'll hear us call this the green book. Why? Because it's green. The Millionaire Maker Manual. Here's what it is. It's what works. It's what works. If you want to build a multi-million-dollar business with us, this is how you do it. A lot of times when I'm out speaking for the company, I'll get people say something to me like, "Oh man, I wish I'd have got in back when you did." And I'm always like, "No, you don't." It was a mess. We were making it up as we went because we were new. I mean, that's reality, right? If you ever worked at a new company, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, that's what we were doing. We got all these folks that have been with us, right, since the beginning. Friends like my buddy Alex Fitzgerald. He's going to speak tomorrow. There's another meeting like this at noon. I believe he's the one doing it. He's been here since the beginning too. And so when we were trying to get this thing figured out, my buddies like Fitz, he would have an idea, and they'd try it, and it'd work. And then I would have an idea, and it would be a disaster. And so we just started keeping two lists. The ones that worked, we put that on the list called the keepers. The ones that didn't work, that were a mess, we put it on a different list. This is the keepers. Does that make sense? This is the keepers. This is what worked. Now, sometimes people will say, don't you worry about publishing your strategy? No, man. You can take our methods, but you can't copy the heart of this company. And I'll get to that in a minute with one of the other resources I'll show you. All right, next, inside the circle. Every single person that's highly successful with us makes a course of decisions. And I am by far not the only one. In fact, we're going to have this same meeting at 7 in each time zone the rest of the Monday through Thursday. So Tuesday, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Every single person you see featured that they've got a successful business with us, they've all made a course of decisions. This is the guide on how to make the decisions to build a massive business with us. We call it Inside the Circle. Now, remember, I told you, I said, we're not afraid of publishing our strategy. Here's why. This is our heart. You can't copy the heart of this company. This is our values. We call it the House of Values and Behaviors. Now, here's what's really cool. I've been here 19 years, like I told you before. I've made millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars since I've been here. Here's what I love, though. Not the dollars, but the kind of people I get to make it with. People of substance, people of character. Maybe you know people. Like I know people that have made a lot of money doing something, but they resent the money because of the kind of people they had to make it with and the way that they made it. Here's what makes me enjoy every minute. Here's what makes me 19 years in be more fired up than I was the day I started because of the values and the behaviors. Basic values and behaviors. Like one of my favorites is the 8th value that we have, gratitude. We have gratitude as a core value of the company. That's what makes every day happy. That's what makes every day fun. That's what makes us fun people to be around because we're grateful people. But that's our house of values and behaviors. That's a very key piece. That's the heart piece. The other ones are the method pieces. This is the heart piece. All right. Next, online education. Hey, what a valuable thing right now. Now, some of you might be needing to get an insurance license. You can sell some of our products without the insurance license, but you will need to get a life insurance license. A lot of the testing centers have shut down. Some states are open, most states are not. Even now, you can go through your pre-licensing information and you can get online educated on how to do what we do. Alliance University, we built an online university. Now here's where that really makes things awesome. One, no matter what your situation is, you can learn how to do what we do because you can learn online. And it's top people teaching. It's not theory. It's not paid trainers. It's the top people. Remember I told you we're a very open group of people. Our top people will take time to teach classes that benefit everybody, not just the people they hire, everybody. You can learn from the top people how to do what we do, no matter what your situation is. Maybe you got a job you're trying to get away from. Maybe you've got 2 jobs and you only got limited time. Our online university. And now that's the one side. The other side is if you're building a team, this should give you cold chills. Why? Because everybody you hire all across the country. Yeah, we are entrepreneurial at our roots. We are not some sort of protected territories. Well, that's Joe Bob's territory. No. Hire all across America. They can get systematically educated no matter where they're at and no matter where you're at. So like me and my son, we love to go out fishing on the ocean. When you're out on a fishing boat, you have people getting systematically educated. When we're all going to Thailand in a little bit. We're in Thailand, you can have people getting systematically educated. You don't have to be everywhere. It takes the lid off. Does that make sense? And that's why you see people make massive incomes here, because you don't have to be everywhere all the time. All right. Alliance University. Now, after this Corona thing passes, you will see a lot of boot camps and in-person trainings that you can get to. And that's another piece of the puzzle. All right. Now we got to get to the sales. How do we get to the sales? We got leads. Leads, man. That's what got me in 19 years ago. That's what originally got me excited. But I got to tell you, it's still a valuable piece, but the leadership here, that's what keeps me excited. But 19 years ago, I saw the lead. I saw a lead that somebody had read, and it talked about life insurance, and they filled it out. They filled in their date of birth, their height, their weight, whether or not they smoke, home phone, work phone, cell phone, best place to contact, best time to contact, who to contact, all right there. I saw that and I said, holy cow. I'm not going to sell all of them, obviously, but this is somebody that at least knows they need life insurance. You give me enough of these. I mean, I was fired up out of my mind just going, you give me enough people that know they need life insurance. I'm not going to help them all, but by God, I'll help enough to make a good living. And at that time, when me and my wife, Holly, found this, it was rough. So I was like, we're going to at least dig out of the hole. You give me enough of these. But it's been like that. And we still do the same thing, direct mail. We do TV commercials. We do over the internet, through social media. We've got more methods and ideas. We just need more people. And that's why we're looking for more help, because we can create more leads, more people that need what we have. Now be crystal clear. I'm a realist. You're not going to call every single one of these. And they'll be like, oh, yes, we've been anticipating your call. We have money. Shall we meet you? Right? Because you know people, right? And you know how people are. Why? Because first of all, you're one, right? And you're around people. You know how people are. But what you've got is somebody that knows they need life insurance. And you know what I found over 19 years? Most of them not only know they need it, they've been wanting to do it. They've been wanting to get it taken care of. And they're just looking for somebody they can trust that'll give them a nudge in the right direction. And that's why a lot of times the people that do best with us, the people that do awesome with us, are people that never would have thought of themselves as salespeople. Why? Because it's such an emotional thing. Life insurance and retirement protection is such an emotional thing. People want to work with somebody that gives them that good feeling. You know, not that greasy, salesy guy, the sales guy. I'm the sales guy. I'm here to sell you, right? Don't typically do well with us. But good-hearted people, like some people I'm going to introduce you to in a minute, they do incredibly well with us, because we'll get you in touch with somebody that at least knows they need life insurance and likely has been wanting to do something about it, but just been waiting for someone to give them a nudge in the right direction. Now, what do you do when you get there? We have the ATM. It's our in-home sales presentation. Here's the cool thing. If I was doing this meeting live with you 6 weeks ago, which, let's see, 6 weeks ago, where was I? I was in California. I was in Texas doing these meetings. We talked about this as a physical thing, right? It's our in-home sales presentation. This is my personal one. This moves you through all the steps in the sale. But now we're doing it online. We're doing it over Zoom. We're doing it over the phone. This is our in-home sales presentation. Now, if you're looking at this and you're going, oh, God, it's a flip chart. Be cool. Stay with me. This is not some boring, according to statisticals of statistics. No. We want your personality. We want your personality. But here's what this is. This is a guide to move you through the appointment in the right order so that you create predictable results. Doing things in the same order creates predictable results. This keeps you from getting in the gutter or getting off on a rabbit trail. This moves you through the appointment in all the steps that create success. And guess who built this? Our top salespeople. This isn't something that was just dreamed up by some corporate people in a boardroom. This was created by our top salespeople. It's methods that work. And we have online courses in our university. We'll teach you over Zoom for now until we can get in front of you in person to person. But it's our ATM. And we'll show you how to use it over Zoom too. This was crazy. When a company is well led and this is a little bit of a diversion, but stay with me. When a company's well led, crises make them get better. And that's one of the things I love about the Alliance. This crisis, I wish, if you're brand new, I wish you could have been with us 4 weeks ago so you could watch over 4 weeks how this company has adapted, and we've not missed a beat. In fact, our sales have gone up because we've got real leaders that helped us adapt on the fly. In fact, I did a call with my team earlier today, and we had Lou Abadi on, who was one of the guys on Andy Riddle's team that just kind of jumped out in front of the telesales thing. And man, it's just been awesome to watch a company. But again, it's an extension of Andy Albright, who's leading the company. When you got a leader that ain't scared, you can adapt and move fast. And that's what we've done. So we went from doing it one way to now. Obviously, if we can still get in front of the person, that's the best way to do it. We can do it over Zoom, there's, 3 or 4 different ways people are doing it now. So awesome stuff. All right. Now, very important piece, activity. This was our paper activity tracker. We've been, even before this, we've been navigating and moving it towards online. When you go on our online with what you get set up with us with the CRM and how you can track all your activity. Here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can promise you. If you'll just track your activity like we'll tell you to, there is nothing that you can do wrong that we can't figure out and help you fix. That's how crazy we've got it dialed in and figured out. If you give us the activity numbers, we can go, are you doing this? Okay, don't do it like that. Do it like this. Are you doing that? Okay, don't do it like that. Do it like this. We can help tweak you and get you massively successful if you just keep the data. If you don't keep the data, then we got to guess. Does that make sense? And that's why that's a key piece, our activity tracking pieces that we have. Now, last thing, and I know this, you probably can't, it's like drinking from a fire hose. What is this? This is our promotion guidelines. Have you ever had a job where promotions were mystifying? Like who got promoted and when and why? Frustrating, right? Here's the way we are. We're crystal clear and everybody plays by the same rules. This is our promotion guidelines. You sell, you move up. You build a team, you move up. I'm going to start talking about the money in a minute, but this as you move up, you make more money for every sale. And we have this thing called glow bonus. Let's say you hire somebody, you're building a team and you hire somebody and they take off faster than you. Now, typically that'd mean in any other system, that'd mean, well, you just lose out. They caught you and passed you, you don't make it. That's not the way we work. Fortunately, we have a CEO that's not scared. And so he reimagine the compensation. And so we have this thing called glow bonus. So, hey, you hire somebody right away, they take off, they pass you. Awesome. You still get to make money. It's called glow. It's our glow bonus. I know this is a lot, but here's what I want to tell you. Whoever invited you, they can get you one of these New Agent Guide, either in person or they can send you a digital copy tonight. And they can walk you through exactly what that means. It's crystal clear and you can move as fast as you want, So this is our promotion guidelines. It's published. It's crystal clear. All right. So that's what the Alliance is. That's the opportunity. That's how we're attacking it. Now, how about the money? I'm going to keep this super simple and I'm going to encourage you, whoever invited you on the call, find out ask them who's your growing agency manager. They'll get on the phone with you tonight or tomorrow and they can draw it out for you and show you. But here's the basics of it. You go out and you make a sell. We'll keep it to life insurance because that's our basic product. Now we do all those other things as well. And please learn all those other things because the compensation gets crazy. But our most basic product is life insurance. So you get a lead, you call them up, you schedule a time to meet with them, and you go through the ATM. And like I said, if it's where you can't go through it in person, but you can do it online, we'll teach you how to do that. You fill out the application. And now, today, we're doing a lot of electronic applications, but don't worry, we'll teach you how to do all that. It's simpler than you think. We'll teach you. No worries. You collect a premium. What's that premium? Well, the average life insurance case you're going to write is going to be about $100 a month. If you write $100 a month, here's the way it works. Whatever check you collect, you get about 5 times that deposited. So if you collect a check for $50 for a life insurance policy, that means you're going to get about $250 initial deposit. You collect a check for $100, you're going to get right about $500. You collect 200, you can figure it out from here. It's not complicated. Does that make sense? It's very, very simple. Now, all the products pay a little bit different. That just gives you a good average. Figure about every sale you make will make you about $500. Now, the more you make, the higher you move up, the more every sale makes you. It gets crazy. It gets to where instead of making like 5 times, you start making 10 or 11 or 12 times. It gets crazy. So that's the sales side. How about on the building side? How does that work? Well, I explained a little bit in the beginning, but basically every person you hire, you'll help them get going, and you'll have lots of help with other people, in your hierarchy that are going to help you. Maybe at a job in the past, you'd be like, you could not get the help of any manager that wasn't your direct manager. That's not the way we work. We don't operate like a corporate structure. You'll have so many people helping you get started, helping you help your people get started. But you hire somebody, they make their sale. Let's say they make $500, then you end up getting a deposit for, say, $100. And you can do it as many times as you want. You can build as big as you want. In fact, first year I went over $1 million, I can tell you that on average, I had about 60 people a week making sales. So if you get about 60 people a week making sales, you make $1 million a year. One of the things I love about this business is that it's just math. And there's 2 subjects I loved in school: math and history. I loved history because there's a lot of stuff to learn, but I love math because the rules don't change. And when Andy Albright drew this out for me 19 years ago, I was like, holy crap, that's just math. I can do that. I can go hire people. I can help people. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. And it gets crazy quick. All right. But that's who we are. That's the opportunity we're attacking. That's how we're attacking it. And that's just a little bit about the kind of money you can make. And again, like I say, whoever invites you on the call, my question would be, hey, who's your growing agency manager? Who's the agency manager that's in your hierarchy that can help, that can get on the phone with me and draw out commissions and talk about goals? That's what I would do first thing. But now I want to introduce some of my friends as we get into the last little part of the meeting here. I've invited 4 different folks on, and it's originally when I got into this. In fact, I remember my wife, Holly, I remember her exact words: "You better figure out a way to make $1,000 a week, fella." So in the beginning, it was necessity drove it. Got to tell you, 19 years later, one of the reasons I get up every day, I can't believe I get to do what I get to do, is the fact that you get to help people. You get to help people build a business. You get to help people make changes in their life. To me, it's an awesome responsibility, and it's a super cool thing to be a part of. So the people that I'm going to introduce you to, these are all people I love. These are all people that I'm happy to be able to help them in whatever way I can, and to be able to speak into their life a little and share the stuff that Andy Albright taught me on the way. So first up, Mimi Ramiro, Orange County, California. Can you come on with us?
Can you see me, Stephen?
There's Mimi. Hey, Mimi.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Just real quick, give them a little bit on the background,
Sure.
Your background before this, and then what's been your experience in the Alliance thus far?
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen and Holly. I want to say thank you, Andy, for this opportunity. My background, I am originally from Haiti. I live in California. I've been here for 20 years. My education background is in biology and psychology. I have a master's degree in biology, and I work for a research company before the Alliance, doing research in cardiovascular system, cardiovascular diseases, and also I was a program manager for kids with developmental problems like autism, ADD, ADHD, things like that. I did that for 12 years. I love it, Stephen. I truly love it. That's my passion. I love helping people. So that's one of my passions. I did that for 12 years, and then I get into a car accident, become a major liability for the company, so they let me go. Thank God they did. I am so grateful. I am grateful they did, because that's how the Alliance found me. Honestly, I really have nothing to complain, because for the past 4 years, thank you for finding me, because I'm part of your group as well. I forgot to say that. So what I enjoy the most here is that my values are aligned with the Alliance values. I love helping people. That's what I was doing with my degree, my education. I can do that here, helping people with their insurance, helping other agents, and it's just awesome. I enjoy all of it. I love the social aspect of it, like you and Holly, like what you do for us, all the other leaders at the Alliance, but how you just pour your heart to us. You make it special. When I came in, Stephen, I think I told you that I came for the money. You know that when they told me, someone at your office said, Mimi, it's unlimited potential. I was like, what? I'm in. I want the money, like you said. That's what I wanted at first. But when I came, I fall in love with the culture. The opportunity is huge, the culture, the people. So I get both. I get the money and I get the people. And a third, I get to help people. So I really enjoy it. And then on my 4 years here, I went 3 trips. I went to Hawaii, all free. And then I went to Paris last year. I love it. I went to Paris last year, and I was about to go to the Alaskan cruise this year, but because of COVID-19, we can't go. We postponed it until 2022. And I'm going to Chiang Mai. I'm on my way. I got to go. I'm excited about it. I am grateful for the opportunity, Stephen. And anything else you want me to touch on? I'm crazy excited.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. With the whole COVID-19, we're learning. I love the unity of this company. Nobody knew how to do this at first, but we're all getting together, coaching each other and learning it, and we're killing it. I was in my couch and I did 3 apps already today for over $3,000. I mean, you can't beat that, I'm homeschooling my kids. I have 2 kids at school, homeschooling them and still being able to do this. That's an awesome opportunity. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Mimi. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Also, let's get Evan Patzer on. Evan, can you turn your video camera on and unmute yourself?
Steven, can you hear me loud and clear?
You look like you out there doing the do, Bo.
I'm fired up, baby. This is my workmobile. This is my essential service mobile. And I do a lot of work right from here, right in this seat. So once again, thank you so much, Steven, for having me on to just share this call with you and share with people that are being introduced to this opportunity for the first time. Gosh, it is such a blessing to be a part of this organization. My name's Evan Patzer. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm 26 years old. 27. I just turned 27. Gosh, life goes fast. And I started in the business at the very end of 2017 when I got introduced into the business by a gentleman named Michael Frederick, a part of the Ed Soto organization. And when Michael called me, I was broke, disgusted, and busted, guys. I always wanted to be a part of a winning team, an organization, a group of people that were not only going to help me grow professionally, but personally. And I didn't know it at the time. I came in like everybody else for the amount of money I could make and the freedom I could have. But very quickly, I learned being a part of this organization that's what it was. But prior to joining the organization, I did a lot of different things. Experiential marketing, event management was something I did over the course of a long period of time for different big brands. Something that if I still did that as my primary source of income, right now I'd be completely shut down and wondering how the heck I'm going to generate income because there is no way that there's any events going on right now. So very grateful I made the move a long time ago. I also did real estate sales, timeshare sales, and I dabbled into some stuff. And at one point, I was the absolute best Uber driver in Columbus, Ohio. I had a 2006 Kia Sedona that my dad gave me when I was broke, and I moved back to Columbus, Ohio. And I tore that up just so I could have enough money to pay for leads to build my business. But since I've been with the Alliance, I have evolved as a person. And I believe to be a leader within the organization because of people like Andy Albright, Stephen Davies, and Ed Soto. And Mimi has helped me so much. Billy Crane, these people have helped me so much. And so one thing that I can say that is one of my biggest takeaways is that culture, is that support. I've never been a part of an organization or group of people where I felt like they had my back 100% and they had my best interest at heart. My successes since I've been with the Alliance, I did earn my first trip, my first full calendar year to Paris. I got to take Mama. That was an amazing trip. Thank you, Stephen and Holly, once again for giving us those VIP Eiffel Tower passes that you couldn't use. They were beat, they were worn out, and we just happened to get lucky. That was an amazing trip. You got to go on the trips. It's like, honestly, if you just work every week, you will earn an all expense paid trip. You'll never have a trip like that. Did earn the trip to Alaska and strongly working on Chiang Mai as well. Anything else, Stephen?
That's perfect, bro. That's perfect. I love seeing you in the car out there making it happen, man. I love it.
I'm here, man. Look, I got my face mask. Like, listen, I'll tell this one thing, and I gotta let the other speakers get on. When you're an essential personnel on a mission to do something extremely important, God will supply you with the necessary tools to protect you. And I've got this, like, I looked up the mask the other day. It's like an N95. It's like the best mask you can get. I've got the gloves, so we're taking safety precautions out here, but it's great. We're helping people, and they need us more than ever right now. So thanks for having me on the call.
Hey, thanks for your leadership, brother. Thanks for your leadership. Talk to you soon. All right, let's go up to Detroit, Michigan. Let's go up to Billy Crane. Billy, you with us, brother? Can you give us a couple minutes of the same stuff?
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday night.
Man, I wish I could hug you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it. Miss you guys, too. So, Billy Crane out of Detroit, me and my wife, Ada. Quick little backdrop. We've been involved in the coach for about 2 years, me about a year and a half. We come from, my wife was an interventional radiology tech. She was making $80,000 to $100,000 a year. I ran the health club, LA Fitness. I was making anywhere between $60,000 and $90,000 a year. So we didn't necessarily come in broke, busting, and disgusted. We were making like six figures as a household, but at the same time, we were still living check to check, and we still didn't have any time. I think when I was at LA Fitness, I was probably working 55 to 62 hours a week. And then my wife was on call, so she would be putting in anywhere between 47 and 60 hours a week. One of her weeks, I can remember, we were out on a weekend. She was off, and we were about to go to the show, and her pager went off. And once go backwards. So when she was off and she had her pager, we could not go more than 30 minutes from the house because she knew if that pager went off, she had to be at the hospital within the hour of the page. So it was one Saturday, we went out, we were going to go to the show with the kids, that pager went off, and it just kind of changed the plans. And that was kind of the life that we lived. So we made money, but at the same time, we didn't have time. And when we seen the opportunity, she saw it first. She got excited because they said, hey, you can make $500 just helping the client out. And she said, wow, $500. Okay, I can do that. And her ultimate master plan was to get me involved, and it worked. So since I was the sales guy, she said she knew I can do this well. And she just really encouraged me and pushed me to do it. So for everybody that's a couple out there, I just want to encourage you to get the spouse involved because 2 is better than 1. 1 plus 1 isn't 2. 1 plus 1 is usually 11. And I tell you guys, when you can have a spouse that supports you and encourages you, it's nothing like it from being a man as well as from a woman. So she's not here right now, but I just want to say thank you to all that she does, for us and our family. But that's kind of our backdrop. Since we've been here, Stephen, I'm not going to lie, man, it's really, the money is everything right now. We want the money. We're going after it. We're going to chase it. And it's not what the money is, it's what the money can do, right? So when I say the money is everything, what I mean by that is money answers problems. Money fixes situations in certain cases. It can help pay bills. It can help pay groceries for individuals. It can put gas in the car. It can get us the college fund that we need for our 2 kids. So it's not the money itself that we're going after, it's what the money is going to allow us to do. And I mean, on this time, I think everybody will realize, like, with this situation, the COVID-19, the biggest thing that me and my wife talked about was, like, we'll never get caught to a certain extent with our pants down again, right? We're going to push harder than we pushed before. We're, committing ourselves to go on a 90-day run just to do a little bit more than we were doing. If we get 1% better every day, it's only going to help us and help our families and help those that we're connected to. Because as Mimi said, the culture is everything. So while we're here and we love the culture, we're also going after the money. We're just thankful that we can do it. We're thankful that, like Evan said, we're essential service. So while there's many people that can't work right now, we can still go out there and make a living. And not only just that, we can go out there and help other people. I was at the grocery store the other day. This lady, she didn't have enough money to get her groceries. And I think she was like $20-$30 short, and I was able to help pay for it. And I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but just having the freedom and the ability to do it just felt good, and it gave me an extra motivation to why we do what we do. So when I say we're going after the money, we're just going after the things that the money can provide. The money helps provide time. Money helps provide resources. And we're just excited, Stephen. So thank you and Holly for all that you guys do. Thank you, Andy and Jane, just for the system. And thank you for my fellow brothers in the fight, because without you guys, too, we all have our down moments, and the motivation that you guys provide, I just can't say thank you enough. So I'm Billy Crane. My wife, Ada Crane, couldn't be here. Our 2 kids are somewhere making some noise. She's hiding them so she didn't come on camera. But we love everybody. Hopefully this helps you guys, and let's go get it.
I love it. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. And just little stuff like that. That's a extension of our culture. Swiping a card for somebody, $20 to $30. They go home with groceries. I mean, that's an extension of our culture. And when if you join up with us, that's where you're gonna learn about us. That's our culture. I mean, we are all about helping people. Now, not making just enough money for you, but having enough to help those in need. And of course, right now there are a lot of people in need. Awesome. All right, last up, my buddy Soto. So we're gonna go now to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Soto, what's up, buddy?
Woo! Can you see me, baby?
I can see you.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm live.
Mine, man. That's what I'm doing.
That's right. Dude, I'm just so fired up, man. Hey, Steven, thank you so much for having me on this call. For my fellow Crossline, for my friends I was just speaking, thank you so much, man. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. If you're on this call, Steven, you do an amazing job, dude. I'm so grateful to be on this call. Thank you for Andy Albright for having me on this call. The opportunity is crazy. So a little bit about me. My name is Ed Soto. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, hired by Stephen and Holly Davies. And I was a cashier. I was the best cashier in the East Coast. I worked for a sporting goods store. Then I did door-to-door sales and a professional party planner in college. So I threw all the parties in college. So I found this by mistake. I was on somebody's list, and they called me like 4 weeks in a row. I told them no, and nobody was hiring me. I just graduated from college, got this awesome degree. I applied to 200 places, Stephen. Nobody was hiring. I was either overqualified or underqualified. So when I found this, I just wanted to make $500 a week. But it's been way more than that since I've been here, dude. It's just awesome. I just wanted to be a part of a team. I wanted it to be somebody. I want to be meaningful. I love helping people. I think I got a big heart, and I just thank you and thank Andy Albright for not giving up on me, giving me a shot, because I was a mess, and you guys gave me grace. And I just wanted to belong, part of a team that had a vision and had dreams. I just wanted to become one of the first people in my family to make 6 figures, $1 million, and moving on. So that's what I have. I'm so fired up and grateful I get to do this with you guys every single day and fight out there to beat poverty. Dude, thank you so much for what you have done for me and my family, man. I will be always indebted to you and Andy Albright. So thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Love you, man.
Love you too, bro. That's all. I mean, that's who we are. That's who we are. That I just want to introduce some of my friends, and you get to meet great people like my buddy Soto. Oh man, it's when you get to do it with people like that, it just gives so much to it. So now we are going to come into the back 4 hours of my presentation. Nope, we're done. Hey, that's who we are. That's what we're doing. That's the opportunity. That's how we're attacking it. And that's the kind of an idea on the money you can make, and some of my friends that are doing it. So what's next? Well, I'm going to encourage you, follow up with whoever invited you on the call. I would shoot them a text right now and be like, when can we chat? When can we chat? I hope this is for you what it was for me 19 years ago, which was something that would go on to change my family's whole legacy situation. Just crazy, crazy, crazy positive change in our life. So I hope that it is that for you. And I hope we get to meet in person somewhere along the way. All right. Night.